Hi ladies, this is a short video about the basics of nutrition. So we have two types of nutrients. There are macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are the ones that provide calories or energy, and they come in three types of forms: carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. Micronutrients are compounds which are essential to our health, but which can't be produced by our bodies. So what you may know as vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So if we look at macronutrients, the three types, the first one is protein. So protein is absolutely vital in our diets. It's basically what our bodies are made up of, so it makes sense that we're getting it in our diets. Examples of where we get protein are meat, fish, and eggs, and I've added dairy there too, even though on the Happy Mamas program we don't include dairy. What happens is our bodies break down protein into amino acids, and these are used to build and maintain all our tissues and organs, so our skin, our hair, our nails, and our muscles, and everything else. They also transport other nutrients throughout our bodies to areas that they needed. So they're absolutely vital to our health. And it's really important to ensure you have adequate protein in your diet to make sure that you're healthy overall. So the next macronutrient we'll look at is carbohydrates. So carbs are a major source of our energy. They're much easier to break down than protein. So if we have them in our diet, our bodies would prefer to use them as a source of energy. Our bodies break down carbohydrates into single molecules of glucose or sugar, which you would all recognize. So carbs are categorized by their effect on our blood sugar levels. There are those that are absorbed really quickly, which are called simple or high glycemic. And that's because they create a rapid rise in our blood sugar levels. And things that are simple or high glycemic include sweets and processed foods like cereals and breads. The rapid surge of energy from these simple carbohydrates is typically followed by a sudden decline in your blood sugar levels or a blood sugar crash. And when this happens, you're left feeling really hungry and you're actually craving more sugar. So any tips and advice are just avoid all or as many simple or high glycemic foods as possible. So those foods which are absorbed more slowly are called complex or low glycemic because they're metabolized at a much slower rate. So they're broken down at a much slower rate and they provide a steady release of sugar into our bloodstream. And examples of this are vegetables, sweet potato. So we're aiming to eat mainly complex or low glycemic foods to avoid those blood sugar crashes. And what that's going to do is keep our energy levels and our satiety consistent, which means that we're less likely to have emotional eating, crashes, binges, and just make sure that we're eating well every single day. So the third macronutrient is fat. So first of all, I'd just like to say that fat doesn't make you fat. If anything, it's the opposite. It's an essential part of our diet. It performs a lot of important functions. So it's a source of energy. It's integral to transporting nutrients around the body, especially fat-soluble vitamins, which are vitamins A, D, E, and K. And so without fat, we wouldn't be able to ingest these essential vitamins. Dietary fat helps stabilize our blood sugar levels, which helps keep us fuller for longer and stops those blood sugar crashes. It insulates our bodies and protects our organs and joints, and it's vital for any and many hormonal and metabolic functions. It's also vital for your brain health. So really, fat plays a vital part in our diets, and it also plays a vital part in any fat loss for those of you who are trying to lose weight. But it's the type and quality that counts. So we try and stick to natural unrefined sources such as coconut oil and fish oil, and we avoid refined sources like margarine that have been tampered with. So if we look at macronutrients, these are vitamins or minerals, and they cannot be produced by our bodies, so we have to get them through our food. Examples include zinc, magnesium, potassium, and all our water and fat-soluble vitamins, so A, B, C, D, E, and K. So unfortunately, deficiencies in our macronutrients are becoming more and more common across the globe, and that's due to a number of reasons: pollution, industrialized farming method, use of pesticides, herbicides, overuse of our soil for growth, so just growing crop after crop after crop without giving the soil chance to replenish and rest, along with premature picking of our fruit and vegetables, extended warehousing of those vegetables and fruit, and then transporting them across the globe so that by the time we get them, they often don't have many or any vitamins and minerals left. Along with this, many of the foods we eat, like breads, pastas, and cereals, contain what we call phytates, and phytates bind minerals such as zinc and magnesium. And what happens is when we are eating these foods, the phytates bind the minerals and prevent our bodies from absorbing them. So this is why on the Happy Mamas program, I've asked you to consider supplementation, because in this day and age, it's very, very difficult to get all our vitamins and minerals from our food. Unless you're growing your own, or unless you're buying organic for absolutely everything and you know exactly where all your food is coming from, I would highly recommend that you consider supplementation. So that's it in a nutshell on the basics of nutrition. What I would like to say is look out for the lifestyle nutrition video, which is coming soon, and that'll tell you a bit more about why we eat the way that we eat on the Happy Mamas program. So have a great day. Bye now.